So when you first got this call to be part of this charity boxing event, what was your honest reaction? Was it fear? Was it excitement? What initially came to you?
If I'm being totally honest, I remember watching the show down in London, and I knew Stachy had arranged it and organised it, and I'm good friends with Stachy's good mate Ben Shawley. So I actually remember speaking to Ben and said, what an event that is. And somewhere along the line, I'm convinced he told me they were going to do one up north. He said, would you fancy it? So when he actually put me on the spot, I obviously said yeah. And then when it actually come round to Stachy ring me and getting the call, it was like, I could have bit off more than I can chew. He's gone through with it. So a bit of a mixed emotion, because I sort of knew one was coming, if that makes sense. But I thought at the time as well, yeah.
You said that you watched the last event. Were you kind of almost sizing up the guys in the ring last time, thinking, oh, I could have had him, I could have had him?
Listen, yeah, even the guys in our room now, once the WhatsApp group got set up, I figured out if there'd only be one or two or three, you know what I mean? And I think Jody Morris last time and a few boys down there, I think probably about my size. I'm picking on the smallest there, I think. But yeah, as I said, once the WhatsApp group got made, I sort of figured out they couldn't be putting me in there with Big Krez. He'd throw me on a sandwich and eat it.
You said about the WhatsApp group, we've heard lots about it. Who's been asserting their dominance the most, would you say, in the WhatsApp group so far?
Being brutally honest, right, I think today's come at the right time. Not that it's been a little bit quiet, it's been more Stachy trying to promote it and get us to do certain bits and bobs at times. But now that the lads have all got round the table, I'm assuming it'll start to kick off now.
Yeah. Look, your career obviously built on that toughness, that dedication. Is that just an extension now into boxing? Can you feel yourself re-finding that dedication and that drive that you had from football now into boxing?
Listen, I think we've all got to. If I'm speaking about myself personally, I was as you said, tough tackling midfielder. Wasn't shy of putting a tackle in. I think I've got a great opponent for me, Adam, a tricky winger. So I'd like to think I can take some of my traits from football into a boxing ring, if that makes sense. But you never know. Once you get it in the face first time, I could be screaming to get out of there. You never know.
Midfielders are notorious for getting a few knocks every now and then. What do you think it will compare when you're getting into the ring? Do you think you'll be able to handle the power that's thrown at you?
I think we've got no choice, haven't we? I'd like to see what Adam says to that, because he was a tricky winger. He was probably getting more kicks than me. I was probably doing more. So physical battles on the pitch, I can only think that they could have stemmed you well for what's to come now. Taking a little bit more pain, sorry.
You've got 10 weeks of training to go until fight night, but what's your boxing background? Do you have any boxing history?
Absolutely not, no. I think I said to a couple of the guys off camera before, I think I was injured one time at Tranmere when I was 17, 18, and a friend of mine, Tom Rooney, took me on the pads for about 6 months. Felt like I was doing all right a little bit, but again, that was 25 years ago now, so I don't think I can be relying on that from then.
What would you call success on fight night for yourself?
Do you know what, being brutally honest with you, now that all the lads are around the table and we've all spoke a little bit privately to each other, I think as long as the event goes well, everyone has a little bit of a tear up, a little bit of a back and forward, and no one gets hurt. I don't think anyone's bothered who wins, being honest with you. I know everyone's saying they're going to want to win, and listen, come fight night, we all are. But I think as long as we put a show on, which is the main thing for the charities, I don't think anyone can have too much complaints.
I think also a lot of people, when they transition out of sport, struggle with the idea of retirement or life without the sport that they played. What was your experience with that, and how good is it having boxing to be able to help and also show other athletes that you can get through that sort of side of things?
Listen, I think we had a bit of a mixed bag. Speaking on the table, some really bubbly characters who can come and bring the bubble to it and enjoy it, and then I think one or two of the boys spoke a little bit deep and a little bit personal. I think I was sitting next to Big Krez and I nudged him under the table after and said, really, really good, well spoken. It can probably be quite easy when you retire to fall off the track, fall off the way you're meant to go, and it's quite easy to maybe pick a bottle of beer up and enjoy yourself a little bit too much. And now that this challenge has sort of come round, it's probably going to put the blockers on it for 10 weeks, best you can, because I know we're all going to want to try and get in the best nick we can and do the best we can for ourselves and all our friends who are coming as well, put a little bit of a show on for them. So it could have come at the right time for a lot of people, and as Big Chris said, I think he's 5 years now teetotal, which again, really, really powerful for him to say that and mention it and promote that as well.
To finish with, we've asked everyone if they can look into that camera and just give a message to your opponents, or give a message to Adam before fight night.
Good luck, Adam. I think we're going to have a little rivalry. Everton-Liverpool is the following day, and make the best man win. Up the toffees.